who don't know or haven't been to the channel, it's 216 Fly. I'm in the shoes, I make music, and in the cars. I had a 2020 Scat Pack, had it for 2 years, traded it in on this car. This is a 2016 Hellcat. I got some shorts on here, you guys can probably see the wrap and stuff like that. So I'm kind of making this video because I'll crack the window a little bit. First off, let me say I love this car. But I'm making this video because I had this car for 2 years now. I got it with 28,000 miles. I currently have 62,000 miles on this car. So I put, you know, over like about 30,000 or so miles on the car. I daily this car for the 2 years that I had it. Now in the 2 years I did have like a Pontiac Grand Prix. I ended up selling it. Then I had like a Nissan or a Chevy Malibu. You know, I ended up selling that too. Might have had another little car, but for the most part, this Hellcat has been my daily for the last 2 years, and I love it. It was kind of my dream car. It is my dream car. But you know, if I can get my money right, I would like to trade it in on a Demon. And a lot of people are like, oh, you know, you should just keep the Hellcat. You know, because you can mod it and make it way faster than the Demon. You can make your Hellcat 1,000 horsepower and this and that. And yeah, that is true. But I guess for me, it's not really just all about, well, how much power, you know, how much horsepower, you know, because at the end of the day, I can make this thing 2,000 horsepower, right? It's still going to depreciate and it's still going to be a Hellcat just tuned, right? You know, I just think if you had something, you know, like a Demon, I would leave it stock, obviously, because, you know, the value, it being stock is going to be there. You know, but if I had a Demon, you know, I wouldn't need to go get it tuned and do all of this extra stuff to compete anybody. It's already a race car, you know, it's 840 on race fuel. It's a drag car, the first factory ever drag car. It's only 3,300 of them, you know. It's a bunch of Hellcats. Like, you know, it's only 541 of this Hellcat that I got. But still, you know, oh, whoop-de-doo, you know. It's a kind of thing like that. You know, because to be honest with you, this car is depreciated since I've got it with the 28,000 miles. Now, it didn't depreciate much. It has not, because what I paid for this car is $55,000. with 28,000 miles on it, and I can sell it right now lowball 40. What I would like is 55. That would be right up there, you know. They might, that'd be about what they could get. So private party, I could get 55. From a dealership, they would probably want to give me 45. I would settle for 50. And to be honest with you, I would settle for 40, honestly. If they get it for 40 and sell it to 50 for somebody, cool. Because if they get it for 45, try to sell it for 55 for somebody, you know. So maybe somebody else can get blessed and get the Hellcat for cheap or whatever like that. But I honestly would be cool with selling it for 40 to 45, even though I think it's worth 50 to 55, to be honest. And, you know, with the wrap and the rims and stuff like that, you know, I'll leave that on there. That's adding value. All of the stuff I got done to it. The intake, the carbon fiber. So I might, because I probably wouldn't put this in a Demon, even though this piece was like $1,000, this dash piece. But I would probably leave everything in here. It's still mostly stock or whatever, just little custom little pieces and, you know, catch can and stuff. Probably leave that stuff in here. And like I said, I would take 40 or 45 for this car, trade it in on a Demon. I just think that the Demon is better than a Hellcat, even if you got a built Hellcat. Like, you know, even if I go on a track and I get beat by a Hellcat that's tuned or whatever, something that's tuned, I mean, that's fine, cool, you know. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna be a Demon, you know what I mean? Like, if I come up on hard times or whatever, I need to sell the car, I can sell the car, you know what I mean? And I can still drive the car. You can sell that car with miles and drive it. You know, a Demon with 60,000 miles, it isn't one, but it is one with 40,000 miles, and it's still going for like 90,000. So, you know, I think about that too. So I want to, you know, do that. That's why I'm going to be trading this hellcat and own a Demon. But I kind of want to know what you guys think. Anybody who has a hellcat or has a Demon, what do you think? And then, you know, everyone is talking about this super stock because of the numbers, right? I do like the super stock. Is basically the same thing as a Demon, all this stuff, but it's not. The internals are different. You can look this up. It's not the same thing. Not a jailbreak red out of 807 and all of that stuff. To me, it's still not a Demon. You know, it got the same tires as a Demon. It's a copycat of a Demon. A super stock. They made the Demon first, 2018, then it came out with the super stock, and they basically copied it, but not exactly. It's tuned down to 807, and if you Google it, it says that, you know, the super stock share the same engine as the Red Eye, the 797 power Red Eye, right? The Demon engine and the Demon 170 engine is two different kind of engines. Now, and the Demon engine got a 3-liter supercharger on it, while the Demon got the 2.7, and I think the Hellcat's got the 2.4. So the supercharger on the Demon is bigger right there. So it's a different supercharger, and the block on it is red, but the block on Red Eye Jailbreak, I guess, is red too. But the internals are more robust, what they say in the Demon, and can handle the track wear more than a super stock. Like if you go and take your super stock out and go drag race it, you know, all of this a bunch of times, you probably gonna mess it up compared to the Demon. Right now, I know if you don't plan on drag racing your car, then that don't even matter. You know what I mean? Super stock or Demon is 2,000 of the super stock. Supposedly it's 3,300 of the Demon, but super stock's not holding a value like a Demon is. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, and I do like super stocks, and yeah, I would get a super stock too if, you know, the opportunity or whatever, but I think I'll choose a Demon over a super stock. I think it's a copycat of a Demon, and you know, so in my mind, when I think of the Dodge cars, I think of RT, the 5.7. You know, we can, if you want to talk about the V6, SXT, GT, G Plus, and all that, but if we talking about V8s, it's the 5.7. Then we got the 6.4. Then we got the 6.1. Then we got the 6.2 with the supercharger, right? So that will be the Hellcat, right? Then we got the Red Eye, right? Then we got the Red Eye Jailbreak. Then we got the super stock. Then we got the Demon. That's the order. The Demon is at the top. Then we got the Demon 170. So I don't know. I got in, like I say, I got in the Scat Pack. I want a Hellcat. I got the Hellcat, and I think my next stop is a Demon. And then after that, that's the only, you know, and it's been a Challenger. I only want Challengers. I like Challengers because it's the only car I feel like look like its predecessor and everything like that. So it's a Demon Challenger, and that's it. I'm not getting another car besides my Tricot for daily. But another Challenger, no. This is my second. The Demon to be my third. That'll be it. You know, I don't see myself ever getting rid of that car unless, you know, my daughter needs some money or something like that, or, you know. But if it's not, if I don't have to sell that car for money purposes, never getting rid of it. This car I would get rid of, you know. Now, maybe if I had a Red Eye, I would feel a little different, because if I had a Red Eye initially and put that much money into it, it's $797 already, and it's like, $807, I don't know, but maybe I would still feel the same, but I don't know, because this is a 2016 Apple CarPlay. You know, the seats don't got the Hellcat logo in them, you know, so maybe I would feel a little different. Maybe it will be a wide body, you know, maybe, but, you know, this is a slim body, 2016, I love it, don't get me wrong, I love this car to death, but I would get rid of it for a Demon. I wouldn't get rid of it for a Red Eye. Wouldn't get rid of it for a superstar because I could just tune this thing, but I definitely would get rid of it for a demon. That's just how I feel. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all want to check out some more of the car. Let me show this carbon fiber piece. Oh, I can't because of that thing. But anyway, man, I'll let your boy.